Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, and today we are unboxing the latest Auto Figs or Auto Diorama set from M2. I'm not sure if these are a Walmart exclusive because I've seen them for sale at some hobby shops online, so not sure, but I think they are supposed to be Walmart exclusives. Anyways, this is the Dodge Sno-Fiter pickup truck with the plow on it. This is the second time this truck has appeared with the plow. Actually, the first set of Mopar trucks they released, a 6-piece set that came in the Dodge sleeve. Each one was individually packaged, of course, but it was specifically all Dodge trucks. And they had a Sno-Fiter in that set. It was dark blue, and it had chrome beadlock style wheels. I actually brought all of the Sno-Fiters out to show you guys. Here is the first release. That's what it looked like. They did not worry about putting like a stock looking wheel on it. They didn't do that until like a month later when they released these two for the 2023 holiday season with the regular white wheels like this. These wheels, actually, if you really look at them, they are nice. They have the let's see, triangle. I want to say rectangle, but they're triangle holes cut in them. They look like what I would call wagon wheels, the original style wheels that came on these trucks, but they just did not detail them enough. They did not put any kind of tampo on them to color in the holes on the wheels, like something such as like maybe how they do the magnums on some of the cars, like from Green Light, or even from M2. They make magnum style wheels, and theirs are not cut out. They just paint those little openings. But these two, I ended up finding trucks that had the white beadlock style wheels on them. Yes, they're not factory, but they look better and they do justice for the truck. I know they were trying to go with more of a stock appearing wheel, but without the detail on them, they look cheap. It makes the truck look cheap, like really cheaply made, I don't know, like knockoff piece of crap in my opinion. But with the wheels that have holes in them, they look really good. Sometimes they can play it where they may not have the holes, but if they're chrome, sometimes the reflections end up looking somewhat like holes. That happened with their first orange Power Wagon. That was the first Power Wagon right before the 6-piece set that came out of Dodge trucks. And these are back from 2023 when they first launched this casting. And anyways, they looked really good. You could see that they weren't totally cut out or painted, but the reflections helped with the detail and the chrome. They kind of reflected on each other, giving shadows and stuff. So it looked good. But the white ones and the yellow ones that they use on their Macho Power Wagons, yeah, those I had to get rid of on all of my vehicles. The only one I kept with the stock solid looking wheels without any of the detail on them, I ended up keeping them on my O'Reilly's Macho Power Wagon from this past holiday season, just because that one isn't really, I don't know, that one that I care that much about. It's a cool one, and eventually if I could get another set of yellow beadlocks from something, I would put them on it. I did that with my orange Macho Power Wagon, and then I had a set of the Christmas Macho Power Wagons where I swapped wheels around on, but I never got enough to do the O'Reilly's one. But the ones that look like stock looking trucks, I kind of go out of my way to make sure they look more realistic. So anyways, this one here, I had bought 2 sets of, and it's actually because I actually keep some of the dioramas in their packages. Any of the stock Dodge stuff, like or Plymouth, like the stock muscle cars. I'm missing a CUDA one, I think. I have the Challenger one, and I have all 3 trucks. That includes this one. And I hang them on the wall, but I always want one to open so I can put in my display case where all my other trucks are. Well, they're not all in one case anymore, but they're all in one area, at least. But this one also, in particular, I wanted out of the package so I could wheel swap it. Even their Warlock, the 2-wheel drive Warlock, has solid wheels that are painted gold, and they still look cheap, but they don't look as bad as the other ones. I guess because the gold, it makes more of a shadow on itself, and you can see the details in it better. I don't know. But these white ones and the orange ones on the Macho Power Wagons, in my opinion, look horrible. The details are nice. They're there if they would have been detailed. But instead of sitting there and trying to detail it with a toothpick or something myself, I did this. So we'll put him off to the side. I ended up finding another truck and base swapped it for the same exact wheels that came on the stock blue one from 2023. So now they look exactly the same. That's just the colors are different. One red one and one blue metallic. The other 2 were in the Christmas ornament set, and they didn't have plows on them, and they had white wheels, and I was trying to keep it as close to factory as I could. That's why I picked white ones for those guys. But since this one had chrome, I went ahead and chose chrome ones for that one. And plus, I did not have any more white bead locks in stock to swap around. But anyways, back to the package on this thing. It's very nicely done. As you can see on the top, it has your recommendation for 14 and older. There were 7,200 made worldwide. There's no chase version of this one. And it just says diecast figures and accessories, 1/64 scale, M2 machines, Dodge, and Sno-Fiter. And then you have a look at probably an Alaskan mountainous area with a lot of evergreens of snow on them and snowy like slopes there. It looks like some trees are cut down where they're doing some logging and such. And then they have this guy here probably plowing the trails or roads and paths that the log trucks go up to. And then on the back, same diorama, same ride up. You just have your UPC up in the top right. And then your choking hazard warnings and Dodge licensing and all of that stuff, and where to find cast line, M2 machines online and social media. So it is a pretty cool set. Now this one only comes with 1 figure, but if you notice in the back, you have like a white retainer wall. And I don't know what they were trying to do with this. We'll go ahead and pull it out of this other package. I have it here ripped open from the other truck. So anyways, I don't have this stuff taken off, so I'm going to move this set since we already looked at it in the package, and we'll take a look at this stuff up close. You get this guy here, which I have a bunch of this guy here. Here's one variant of him that I think came with the C60 that I have back here. That's from one of their dioramas, the big C60, and it came with a cowboy. And then this guy and the cowgirl there came from the Chevy, I forget what it was called, but something heavy, whatever. But yeah, they use this character a lot. As you can see, there's 3 different ones here of him. So, and I think there's even more than that out there and such. But they would make good figures for the diorama. These guys are a little tall, in my opinion. So is the girl. They're pretty tall figures, but they can still fit in. The guy you can believe, but the girl, she looks like she's like maybe 6 foot tall or a little bigger in some dioramas compared to other people. Now these pieces here, yes, they are made of metal, and they are all metal. And okay, I got one to pull off right now, so we'll take a look at them. And they have, I don't know, it looks like little plastic legs or rubber legs there. They look like dirty ice blocks or something like that. I just had to get a closer look at it. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. Maybe they're not ice blocks. Maybe they're, I'm wondering if they're bales of hay. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. Bales of hay with snow on them. So I guess that's probably not, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to use these. Those are little screws. Now that I took my glasses off, I need bifocals. So what happens when you get older? So I take the screws out and they'll stand much better. Yeah, these will look good in like some kind of Christmas diorama, like how I decorate this stuff for Christmas. When we get to around the Thanksgiving holiday and stuff, that may look pretty good. So yeah, they'll come in handy, I guess, somewhere. But guys, that's it. That's your 4 Sno-Fiters that are out there from M2 machines. The 2 from the Christmas ornament set in 2023. That one's from the 6-piece. It's not really a 6-piece set. They're individually sold, but it was that sleeve, kind of like your golf set that you just got. They're individually packaged, but it is a complete set. So that's what happened with the Dodge stuff back in late 2023 when the car, well, not the car, but the truck was launched. And then this guy here now from your diorama, but it does come with the ugly white wheels, in my opinion, but some people feel differently and don't like swapping stuff around. I do, if it helps make it more realistic, but I am kind of a purist where I like to keep them as much stock as what they were when they came from M2, but if I can make them look more factory or a little bit better, yeah, I'm going to swap some stuff around, because these are not going to be worth a huge fortune in years to come. Some probably will be certain models, but I don't see like the ones that I'm swapping around being those castings, but who knows. So guys, that's it for our Mopar Monday. We'll be back again with a Truckin' Tuesday. I've got a couple of square body dualies to crack open for you, and then we'll be back again on Wednesday with some wagons. So yeah, we may have a full week here for you guys. I'm not sure if we'll be doing anything on Tuesday, but we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for sure. So we'll see you again tomorrow. Turn on your notification bell. Don't turn it off. That way you know when we do launch some new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you haven't subscribed, remember to do so. Thank you.